What's up, YouTubers? This is episode 2 of my 510. I got a couple parts to put on it. For some reason my door buzzer started working, but it's a pretty annoying sound. The first thing I got are these fender washer bolts. They replaced the 10mm bolts that a lot of cars use on the fenders here. I got 20 of them for $9, made in China. They have a nice little aluminum washer, as you see there. You have the bolt that has the same cut on it so that it sits flush in there. And then you can just put those in any of the 10mm as long as it has the same thread pitch. And they just replaced these little guys here. So I'm gonna have to cut the bottom part of this one right here because it's hitting on this lip of the fender. The rest of them look like they're gonna be okay, but I might have to cut the back one as well. Alright, the first one's cut and on.
NY Factory.
Alright, so I got my MSD spark plug wires. They're 8.5mm, cut to fit. I got the set of 8 because it was only like $10 more, and now I'll be able to make 2 sets. It came with this little crimping tool and all the parts I need to put them together. Getting all the wires mocked up so that I can figure out exactly where I want them to cut them and then start putting the ends on them. Alright, so I finished the spark plug wires, and now I'm going to show you guys how to do the coil wire now that I'm proficient at making them. When you're building these, you're going to have some dielectrical grease, otherwise it will be pretty much impossible to slip the boots on these silicones. They just get stuck. So the first thing you're going to do is go ahead and stick the boot onto the end of whatever you're making the wire for, and then you're going to want to kind of measure to see where you're going to cut it. I think I want it about like that. And make sure it's not like a real tight curve like that. You want to make it kind of loose. Alright, now that the spark plug wire is cut to the correct length, we're going to coat the inside of this boot and the outside of the spark plug wire up really good with the dielectrical grease here so that we can slide the boot on. Okay, now that my boot's on, it's time to strip the insulation off. And depending on which style connector you have, you'll strip it to a different length. With this style here that I have, I'm going to strip it to the long mark right here. With the other style, it would go to the shorter mark. So I need to take my razor knife and just go ahead and strip it right here. It's time to start crimping it. We're gonna bend these little tabs at a 90-degree angle at the top so that we can crimp this on here. Alright, now your terminal should look something like this on the end. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna fold this electrode underneath and then slide this on here. Alright, now my terminal's on. Now it's just time to crimp it with the tool that they included in the kit here. So the crimping tool goes on like that, and then you either take it in like a vise or a C-clamp like this and just compress it all the way down, and it should make a really good connection. It's in this position here tight. I'm going to bend this part up right here. Okay, so that's what the crimped connection looks like. It's nice and tight on there, and I have the terminal bent at a 90-degree angle so it will be able to plug in like it's supposed to. Now I just need to put some more of that dielectrical grease on here so that I can slide the boot back to where it's supposed to be, and then we're done. There it is all together.